So now we're gonna look at Laos, and Laos is one of those few remaining communist country, and we're gonna look exactly how the population is doing there. But first, let's see the numbers. How many people actually are in Laos? By those data suggest that around 7.8 million people and growing, but the growing rate is pretty much you're gonna sit on descent trajectory. Now, 1955, 1.9 million people, which is very low comparison with today. That will be a 2.36% increase. That will translate in around 41,000 people. Zero migrants. So yeah, I don't know how we should interpret that. Kind of highly doubt that, but at least we have some numbers. Median age 18 years old. Fertility rate, one of those nonsense, 6. Yeah, already know my opinion about that. Urban population 7.6, so pretty much doesn't exist. Now in 2025, look at this, 7.9 million people. So you can see an increase of 6 million people, which is insane. Yearly change 1.3%. That will translate roughly in more than 100,000 people net increase. But they have migration on minus, so 10,000 migrants just pretty much leaving the country. Median age 25 years old. Fertility rate, well, now we are some more manageable numbers, but still a bit too much, I would say, for a country like Laos. 2.4, let's call it like that, and urban population around 40%. So yeah, it's a huge increase from 1955. But look at this, the future. 2050, the population is going to go around 10 million people and still rising with around 52,000 people per year. Growing rate under 1%, and like I say, it looks like they're going to go on this trajectory decline in the future, but we're gonna see exactly where they're gonna land. Now migration, pretty much the same numbers, around 10,000 people leaving the country. Median age 33 years old. Fertility rate, they got below replacement, so that is now 1.9. Keep in mind, this is one of the most communist countries in the world. I'm not sure exactly how strong is the grip on the people back there, but still you can see it doesn't matter what system you have. It doesn't matter if it's a communist, doesn't matter if it's democratic, doesn't matter if you have socialism, doesn't matter if you have I don't know, fascist system, capitalist system, doesn't matter. The growing of the population is pretty much let's say unmanageable, let's call it like that. You cannot steer the country, I would say, in a direction that you would like. So increasing population or declining population, it's gonna have their own rhythm, what's happening. And it is still some good news. The population seems to go on a down trajectory, even though the population still increases. But yeah, 10 million people for Laos, it's huge number. Probably more like, I don't know, 100,000 people are gonna live much better there. But there is no way the population is gonna go down by a factor of 100x. So yeah, but fertility rate, like I say, 1.9, so decreasing there below replacement. Now the urban population around 52%, and also now life expectancy. Well, let's see this one. Life expectancy in Laos, it's for both sexes around 70 years old. Females 72, males 68. Let's call it like that. Let's just round them up, those numbers, because you can see the trajectory is going up. Pretty decent numbers, I would say, but again, I'm not a hugely fan of those highly life expectancy, because let's face it, when you get older, things are not going in a better way, let's call it like that. Now look at this, infant mortality rate 29, and death at the age of 5 35.7. I guess with those numbers, that's one thing I can comment, is that pretty much they don't have a medical system, and we're gonna end it that way. Now the pyramid, you can see some male surplus by the age of 18, around that. So then they have a female surplus with a few, like say 3 years exception here, which is very even, let's call it like that. Yeah, the pyramid looks like the base gonna start growing inwards, so it's gonna see shrinking most likely with time. But yeah, a communist system in a country that losing population and getting older, that will be interesting to watch, I have to say. Economy, oh, be prepared for this one. Look at this. So keep in mind, 7.8 million to date people. Yo, it's 2025, 7.8 million in a country, like I said, in Southeast Asia, a landlocked country. Also, I didn't mention that. So look at this. It's a landlocked country, and with economic of 15 billion US dollars. So yeah, pretty much nothing. I would say PPP around 78 billion. Growing rate, I think it doesn't even matter when you have such a small number. If you don't have like 25% per year, obviously there's no miracle. To have like 6, 10, 5, 8, just it's not gonna make that much of a difference in my opinion. GDP per capita, look at this, under $2,000, and keep in mind, those arrows goes like the GDP is going down, and the population is going up. So yeah, good luck with that. PPP around $10,000. So I guess yeah, the things there from the Western perspective seems cheap, but I don't know. I never was there, but probably the quality it's not how we expected. Primary sectors, they have like a 20%. Secondary, primary sector, I think is the agriculture. I'm not want to comment. I'm thinking some countries they say agriculture, industry and services. Primary sector, let's check it because I don't remember exactly what primary sector includes. Fishing, yeah, materials, raw farming. So yeah, we got agriculture, so 20%. Secondary is going to be industry with 33%, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I hope so. Manufacturing, yeah, so industries, and the third one is going to be services. So yeah, in the West, you can see pretty much services is around 80%, 70-80%, and agriculture and industry. We try to export to those, let's say, low-cost labor countries. Probably I talk about this in a Sri Lanka video. I have some good inspiration there, so if you didn't check that, it's kind of worth checking out now. Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat that much, but look at this one. Inflation 40%. My god, 40% inflation. What can I say about this? When you have 40% inflation with that nonsense there, you kind of stop everything. Now, main export Thailand, China, Vietnam. Well, then they import from Thailand, China, and Vietnam. So, yeah, not that much surprise there. Corruption index. Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. I'll look at the map here. When I look at the map, it is pretty much a corrupt country, but not the worst, as you might expect. Now let's go for the Laos, like 33 points. Very corrupt country. Anything that's not even blue, anything that's not over 60, I would say they're corrupt countries in my opinion, especially in those charts. That's why they make those colors. So yeah, corrupt country, communist country, probably a perfect storm for disaster, I would say. Now the history, I'm not gonna look that too much into it. You can see here the Kingdom of Laos. They come, they go. It's French Indochina, Kingdom of Laos again. They go some other countries. Yeah, pretty much chaos there. Not that much interesting, I would say, in my opinion, this part of the world. Probably because, yeah, they don't, you can see even by that GDP, they're just pretty much low, let's say, labor country. And I'm not sure exactly, especially in Laos, how they do with tourists. We're gonna check the next country is gonna be Vietnam. And I think in Vietnam they're doing better with tourists. And yeah, now we'll talk about the Laos. Let's see how exactly those people actually live. I am glad we have a border here, especially in this region, which is pretty much very hard to find something exactly clear. Now you can see here, being a communist country, don't have that much information, but we're gonna work with what we have. So yeah, hopefully they're pretty accurate, and those 360s mainly is gonna be exactly in that part when they are put. So far so good, I would say. I like the road. I like those small cabins here. I have no idea what they are. It looks like some bus station, I would say, but I don't think so. They're bus station. Clearly those are some tourists, probably from the country, not outside them, or some neighbor countries. I would know that. From above looks nice and cozy, but keep in mind, this is still a communist country. And if you watch my channel for a while, you already know my opinion about socialism and communists. So yeah, I don't need to go to that again. Well, I like those scooters, like I say. The road here is not in a great shape, but mainly because it's dirty. Probably if you just clean that, it's gonna look much better. Now, I have no idea what is there. Probably they go to the mountain or something here to pray, I guess. Or it's just an antenna. Oh no, it's a praying place. So see, I kind of managed to find that. We have a praying place right next to it, to the GSM signal. So yeah, pretty good. pretty good. At least you have a great signal there. So if you don't go for the praying there, you go for the great data traffic. Yeah, I always have a huge respect for those countries to using scooters and motorbikes and even bikes for transportation mainly. I like cars. I'm a big car fan, but still, I have no idea what they say there. I have a highly appreciate for those. I think it's a great way of transportation in my opinion. Now let's see here in this small town, whatever it is. Clearly, you're not gonna have that much 360 from here. But from outside, those housing looks actually pretty good. The road here not so well. Those houses here again not so well. Yeah, this Nissan Navara, I think it is, at least that's how I call it in Europe. That's an expensive car, so yeah, probably the same story is gonna be here. They export cheap labor outside, so those people who working outside the country, they might do well, or those people who are, I don't know, in a party, they're gonna do well. We see this playbook already so many times, especially if you live in a ex-communist country. You already know how things are working in these regions. The airport, the tarmac looks pretty good, I have to say. They have clearly some nice places. I mean, they take care of those places. I like the grass there, it looks pretty nice. What I don't know, a small disappointment, I would say, but I kind of expect that for a communist country. We don't have that many 360 to actually judge what's happening there. Here, garbage on the sidewalk, whatever it is, looks pretty horrifying. I don't like it. Here, I know they're missing the tarmac or the grass, which one it is. The roads are pretty dirty here. This is 2022, so pandemic here, I would say. This is an expensive car. There's no way they're gonna buy one of those with like, even if you have like the salary of 2,000 US dollars per year, which you don't, you still cannot afford to buy one of those. So I assume, again, they export cheap labor because they can, and they do it. But in this country, they have let's say how many, 7.9 million, so almost 8 million people, and growing. That's the main problem of this one. The good news is it's not gonna grow hugely much faster, so probably from their good, I would say probably they're gonna stabilize around 10 million people, but that's not a certainty, so they could go either way. Maybe the communist country, even those data are not exactly accurate, maybe they already start going down, which I highly doubt that, because the growing rate is pretty much above 1%. But who knows, maybe if you don't reach 10 million people and they start going down, usually means less people, more resources. But again, depends a lot how you manage the country. Wow, I know I thought all the faces are covered, but some of them are not, so yeah. This bus station, those stables, I always call it those communist stables. We have it here in my country. It's a while we kind of get rid of them now, but they are always call it communist stables, just a plain wood with this plastic cover, which is extremely horrible. Let's call it like that. Yeah, not so well, but again, I didn't expect much, I have to say. The only problem that I have is we don't have that many 360s, so we can actually see more of the country. See, okay, it is bad, it is good, this is the way it is, but at least we know what to expect. Here, they're missing the road, but again, I appreciate more a dirt road than a concrete road or a tarmac road with potholes in it. So yeah, I go for that. I like this scooter. It's a nice way of transportation, reliable, cheap to use, cheap to maintain. If I would have, let's say, more money right now, I would probably buy one too. And also I'm kind of looking for a car right now, and for whatever reason I start to like this Citroen 2CV, and trust me, it's not a modern car, but it's a fascinating one. So I don't know, maybe I'm gonna end up buying one. We're gonna see. You don't have that many here, so I only find one on the internet, and it's like 8,000 euros, something like that, which is pretty expensive, but it's worth it 100%. But I don't know, maybe in the future we're gonna see. Now, mountain area, pretty good. I don't know exactly how they end up with garbage here in the middle of nowhere, so probably again people which is kind of sucks, but landscape pretty nice, I have to say. Vietnam, I think they have a reasonably very nice landscape, so I'm looking for. Look at this, they have even more 360s. So like I said, in the next video in a few hours I'm gonna make that one, and I have some hugely high expectation for the landscape there, so yeah, stay tuned for that. This one, this is from 2015. Okay, so kind of a while ago. The soil here is red, so probably a lot of iron inside it, a lot of resource, let's call it like that. I have no idea what is here, probably some ancient place, but it looks pretty cool, so yeah, it's interesting. Let me check this one. Like I said, we go randomly on the map. If you are new here, go just randomly on the map. Let's see exactly how those people live. No filter, no nothing. Recently, as I start from the beginning, I try to not go in a detail before I make those videos about the country, because usually what I see kind of get biased with one thing or another. So if you just know as minimum as possible, is just go in this street view and have, let's say, pretty much no expectation. It's gonna make a better video in my opinion. This one is a new construction, which is pretty interesting. Now most of the population don't live in an urban area, and probably in the urban area like this one, it's I don't have that many 360s, but I expect to do not see that many those communist apartment buildings, and so far I was right. Those houses looks actually pretty jammed together, which I don't like it, but pretty decent, I would say. Also, that's an expensive car. That's a Mitsubishi L200, I think, and that's a Ford Ranger. Those are expanded pickup trucks. Maybe in the US we call it, I don't know, small size pickup trucks. In Europe it is pretty much a regular one, the biggest one you can buy. I don't know. Those are expensive cars, so yeah, there's gonna be a theory there how those people actually manage to make those money. So you have a fan here and the AC. I'm not sure exactly what this fan is gonna do, just blow the air inside, from the inside, from the outside inside, and from the inside outside. But they have an AC here. They have the smallest TV probably I ever seen. They have a fan on the other side of the room. They have a table with a chair. They have a socket here. It's kind of weird concept here, and probably this is the bathroom here, I would say. Clearly this looks like a hotel room or something like that, so yeah, clearly not a Western one. Phones. Well, okay, we can look at the phones now. I have no idea. This is an iPhone, so yeah, I think it's an iPhone at least, but interesting to see capitalist company selling phone in a communist country. Yeah, pretty. Oh, I like those trucks. Oh, those small ones. I think it's a Daihatsu by the logo. It looks amazing. I mean, just I think they have a problem with those in US. They just don't want to register. The government just say no, but they're fun small trucks. Just everybody should own one of those, especially if you work on a house and stuff like that. Cheap to run, probably even cheap to buy at some point, but if you don't have that much demand, if they go up, the demand clearly is gonna go up in price too. Now, like I said, the landscape area is pretty nice. I like it. It's kind of a shame because it's like I say, it's a landlocked country. Probably with an open to the sea, as we can see with again now. Even the tourism area, the tourism industry, they will be doing much better. But even here, have some nice river in the mountains. You can see here, they have those guys, those monks. Oh, look at this one, pretty much nice here. This is 2018, and you can see not a lot of tourists here, so at least you can actually enjoy if you go to these places, which is nice. I have to say, we have more around this one. I'm not sure who make those 360s here, but it looks awesome. I mean, look at it. Just I want to go there inside, under that waterfall. Just stay there. Yeah, pretty nice. And the elevation is almost 1,000 meters, and this is 2017. So yeah, not that recently, but still, I'm not sure exactly if you want to visit the countries. Usually with the corrupt countries, I kind of don't recommend it. But let's face it, there's even I think even Western world, there are countries that are not on the blue side of corruption, let's call it like that. So yeah, but I'm not sure exactly how easy it is to enter in a communist country right now, especially in Laos. I will assume it's gonna be a bit tougher, but I don't know exactly how much, and if they have some travel restriction from the Western countries also. I mean, like, who knows, maybe if you are a USA, US citizen, you cannot visit those communist countries. I don't know. Or maybe they apply just to some other countries, who knows. But it looks pretty nice. The problem with those countries, like I always say, if the neighbors have pretty much the same geography as you and low corruption, we're gonna see the case with Vietnam. I don't know exactly where they stand. That country is gonna be a much better bet than yours, so you're gonna lose a lot of tourists to that area due to your neighbors. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. This one, yeah, no road whatsoever. They have those way of building the house above the ground for this one, I guess. This one is a much modern one. Clearly, this one cannot be cheap. So again, they somehow managed to make a lot of money to afford those new construction. Now, obviously, the building code is going to be a bit more relaxed than here in the West, so I would assume even the cost of building is going to be less, but still, it's a lot of money. Now, here in this area, they have a river here. What is that? I don't know exactly, but it's pretty interesting. Yeah, the architecture is pretty nice, I have to say. So far, yeah, it didn't go in the main cities. I have no idea where it's positioned, but judging by those 360s, I'm not sure exactly how well I'm gonna locate it, but I'm not that interested in that. What I was interested in see how exactly the people live, and I assume so far we don't see, like we saw in other countries, even in the small cities, a lot of garbage here, which I don't like it. Those communist apartment buildings, so they stay away, especially at least for those small towns, they stay away from them, from those 360 that I can actually see. So that's actually a great thing, I would say. This looked like a cemetery, I'm not sure, but it's a lot of garbage here, which is kind of fucked up. Maybe it's not a cemetery, it's just a praying place with those things, but... And a rooster here, which maybe it's a symbol, or who knows, maybe you don't eat roosters there, whatever, they just cut them loose. But yeah, this garbage here, I blame the people, and this is pretty much like an elephant. What is that? Just made from wood. Yeah, that garbage kind of bothers me. Everything else, well, it is what it is. Again, less than $2,000 per capita, so you cannot expect much. Let's face it, you cannot expect much. Even from the government perspective, they have 15 billion. They are billionaires. They have much more money than this entire government, so entire country. So, and some of them, they make even more money than the entire GDP per year. So yeah. We're talking pretty much two different things here. Now, this one, they have cows here. I'm not sure it's exactly like in India. They don't eat them, but here in the West, we like them a lot, especially in ground beef and hamburgers, but everybody with their own taste, I guess. A lot of garbage here again, and this is like a praying space or something, now meditation, whatever. This guy is taking a selfie here with the other ones. I'm not sure this in the red is legit. Probably the tourist, and this one looks like, this in the orange looks more legit to me. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. They have cows here. They don't have grass, so yeah, good luck feeding them. Overall, so far, I would say a pretty traditional country, let's call it like that, with some modern touch, like an airport. We saw some new construction that looks very nice also. I have to say, landscape pretty nice. The population, I think, in my opinion, is the main problem, because they're still going up, and they kind of, probably this is the capital, I don't know. They start with a low one, like 2 million, and if they stabilize there, probably it's gonna do much better, but they're still growing. So yeah. Oh, look, it's a Mercedes M class, or I think ML, which is the expensive one. This guy, no idea why he doesn't wear a shirt. Those houses pretty much, honestly, fucked up, but very old, but right side of the road, on the other side, across the road, just you have this modern Palace here, which is much more expensive, and you have the Toyota Hilux, I think is there, just and to the same one. So yeah, clearly you can see pretty differences between how those people live on the side of the road. This house pretty nice also. This one also very nice. The road pretty good, but a little kind of a lot of garbage, not a little garbage, a lot of garbage on them, which I don't like it. You know what? For a communist country with a 15 billion US dollar GDP and a growing population, and this is from 2060, so pretty old. I will assume now they got much better, hopefully. They have expensive car on the road. They have decent roads, and I dare to say even decent houses. As long as you don't have that communist apartment, it's already a plus. This Toyota Land Cruiser is like 80,000 euros in Europe. So yeah, those, I'm not sure if it is actually a good neighborhood here, judging by the cars, because those are expensive cars. But yeah, from a good neighborhood, doesn't look that well, I have to say. But they have, I don't know, it could be much worse. Look at this. Some guys living in a shoebox, others living in a pretty much a palace just across the road. So yeah, pretty significant difference. Let's call it like that. I'm glad we have a street view at least. You can actually walk here to see it, what's happening. Yeah, this one, I don't think it's complying with the health department. But hey, maybe they have different rules there. A lot of potholes here on the road. So yeah, you have those expensive cars, but keep in mind, you still have to drive them on the road. So you're gonna spend a lot of money probably in parts. Those one, a Toyota Prado, like 60,000 euros here in Europe. This is a Mazda BT50, I think. Yeah, BT50. Again, expensive cars here. So, Toyota, again, they really like Japanese cars. Expensive cars in Korean cars. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is a good neighborhood. Who knows? But clearly, on the cleaning side of the road, doesn't look that well. But yeah, I mean, they have wide roads, potholes in a road. So the road in this we have quite a few. I think we are still in Laos. I don't think we fucked up the border yet, but yeah, at least we have something to judge. Yeah, when you have so many people in a small area, you're always gonna have to deal with those, let's say, problems. Well, this one actually looks pretty interesting, this house. Again, we don't have communist apartments. So far, I didn't see one, which is very good. Here, the road looks pretty good. Much better. This one, it looks like they doing paint jobs, stuff like that. A lot of pickup trucks, so I'm not sure exactly if they're using for farming or maybe transporting things. But they have a lot of them, so yeah, at least they have to use them for something. They just buy them and that's it. This one, I have no idea what it is. It's a hotel. Okay, it's a hotel. That's why it looks looking pretty nice. I thought it's gonna be the White Lotus one, but no, it's a Double Lotus hotel. How great it will be if this is a White Lotus hotel. Look at this. Just have a TV show, 3 seasons already, and I'm waiting for the 4th one. That'll be something to see, a White Lotus hotel. Yeah, here that doesn't look that clean. Again, it's a Volkswagen Touareg. It's an old model, but this is 2016, so pretty much a brand new car back then, almost a brand new car back then. And this one, it looks like it's imported from the US, or at least specifically to the US market, judging by those side orange reflectors. And they have something here in the front grille. Maybe it's a government car. They have a spare wheel on the back. No. It's a V8, I think. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they imported from the US. I have no idea. But that was a strange model. Or maybe it's just a legislation that any car has to have that orange. No, they don't have it. So that's just a specific model. Interesting one. We'll see. This one sells wheels and tires. The road pretty good. Very wide. not that many people actually using this road. This is 2016, so no pandemic, no that stuff. But keep in mind, 2016 the population was 2015 6.8 million, so just add around 2 million people since then. So maybe that's why they are so empty. Who knows? Otherwise, what I can say, those small trucks, pickup trucks, amazing. Just look at this. I like them a lot. I'm not sure if it's just a local car brand or someone in the Southeast Asia region. They sell those scooters. They have a lot of Toyotas. Those are expensive. So come on, you can say that it doesn't matter where you go in the world. Toyota, it's always expensive. Yeah, looks like a Communist Party flag there. Here the road ends for me. I can't go any further, but yeah, a lot of expensive car. I have to say, a lot of expensive car there. So somehow, like I said, they managed to put their hands on a lot of money, or maybe, but I highly doubt that so far. So what I can see, they are very cheap there, which I kind of don't believe that. Now this looks like a golf course, which is pretty well maintained, I would say. I don't want to go in this platform here, but hey, yeah, it's a golf course, so they have clearly those things too. Close to the airport, so yeah, probably want to strike $1 million deal. You go to the golf course first. Housing wise, again, like it because you don't have communist apartments, but still not so great. Streets not so clean, roads not so great. Who knows, maybe that's why they buy those Toyota Hilux, because they know the road is not that great. A lot of them, as you can see, pretty much everywhere you go, you're gonna be a pickup truck, and probably like 50% of them is gonna be like Toyota Hilux, or even more Toyota Hilux, which is a great choice. Look at this, Toyota. This one, Toyota, I think it's a Toyota, or a Mazda, who knows, I can see it. Now it's an Isuzu, I think. Oh, even better. I like Isuzu better than Toyota for me. Again, Toyota or Mitsubishi, I don't know exactly. This is a Toyota, but I don't think it's the same car. Suzuki, clearly a Japanese car. Roads, again, not so well. Housing, not so well, but still, at least in this region, when you have those street views. I'm looking for some 360s, but I'm not sure if it's the capital or not, but I didn't see a communist apartment building, so kudos for that. Yeah, maybe it's better to have those small houses, individual one, clearly maybe made better than a communist apartment. They're kind of jammed together, which I kind of don't like that, and clearly they have the space to extend, but again, communist country, usually they make everything as cheap as possible. We're gonna see how well it's gonna be in the future, but so far, yeah, I'm not sure it's looking that great for them. Mainly because is the Laos gonna be a country? Let's say if they have like again, even they maintain that 2 million people population, they're gonna do much better than they're doing today. So yeah, that's also the criteria, and it's going up, not hugely, but still going up. Yeah, here they're missing the road, housing, pretty much live in a house tree. Yeah, not much I can say here. They have like a steel frame roof, which is interesting. Pretty decent. Pretty bad, not this. But let's see otherwise. Let's see what we can see here. Okay, so no idea. This is a rice field. Maybe looks pretty nice. I like those rice field. I like the green, the color. 2022, so pandemic, yeah, looks like a rice field, so every single one of those. Well, an opinion about the country. Whew. I wish we have some more 360s here on the lake. Probably it's gonna look much better. This one, it's a dam, yeah, new construction, so yeah, I cannot exactly judge why so much garbage here, but 2016, so clearly they got better. Yeah, what can we say? Well, judging by the GDP and judging by the fact that I don't know anyone who spent their vacation not even once in Laos, I would say the tourism area industry doesn't do so well. Again, GDP not so well, and for the almost 10 million people. Doesn't look good in the future, I would say. But hey, who knows? Clearly, they are not doing house-wise, I would say, so bad. I mean, look at this one. Yeah, doesn't look amazing, I have to say, but at least you don't live in a communist apartment, which is a big improvement, trust me. I have no idea what it says here. Probably the grocery list, I don't know. This one looks like government houses because they're all the same, I have to say. You say, oh, they have even a football field, which is nice, and then it's illuminated. Wow, that's high tech. I would say better to live in a house like this than an apartment, definitely. But hey, it depends who you ask at some point, I would say. Overall, I would say pretty. If it was the 1950s, I would say pretty good. Oh, we have some propaganda. That's pretty nice. See, I was looking for those. Just finally find one. This looks like a lot of shit here from the cows, which probably the smell, and a lot of urine also. So probably the smell is gonna pretty much kill you there. A lot of garbage on the road. So yeah, it doesn't reflect exactly. Oh, this one they got them in full shit control. Doesn't reflect exactly like the communist value, like everybody works for everybody. You have those principle of everyone stay tight together and make sure you improve the quality life for every single one of the people, the friends, family, whatever, neighbors. And it really doesn't look like that, in my opinion. Oh, this house is actually pretty interesting. The field, the fence looks fucked up, but the house not so bad, I have to say. Looks pretty nice. If a little bit of taking care, it's gonna look much better. Now, I am kind of amazed. Okay, some of the houses look pretty good. Some of them pretty fucked up. Road, well, they're missing. Probably they don't have water, they don't have gas, and they don't have sewage. They have electric power, which is a decent plus, I would say. It is better, I have to say, than a communist apartment that I lived. So yeah, here we have some road. Again, not so great. And here we have some device made for working. Half a tractor with half a trailer and a seat pretty much composed on a pillow and some flip-flops, who knows. This is 2019, so maybe they improved that guy, just advance his career now to the full pickup truck, who knows. Now, visiting the country, well, no, I don't recommend it, obviously, but I also have to say it's not the worst place I saw since I make those videos, so that's also it's a plus. This probably is how they build a new road, and this is 2020 in the pandemic year, so they're still working. Well, again, don't recommend to visit. In a few hours we're gonna look at Vietnam, and probably again that's gonna be a much better option. I heard some people that visiting Vietnam, so clearly they're doing better in the tourism industry there. This house, pretty good. This one, pretty good also. You have a nice Toyota Hilux, and it's a 3-liter diesel engine, the big one. Clearly not so cheap. This area looks pretty good, house-wise. The yard doesn't look that great in my opinion, but hey, can be perfect. Looks pretty good, this area, I have to say. Maybe it's an expensive one, who knows, let me check. Or maybe a new construction area, but it looks like in the middle of nowhere also, so yeah. But house-wise, pretty nice. I don't know if made this 360, but it's fucked up. I don't like when people just bury those tires and they think they're gonna look better, which doesn't, but it is what it is. We have a chicken here. Those houses looks like pretty much in one of those beach countries, pretty much beachfront properties. Let's call it like that. But again, much better here than okay, it's even here than in a communist apartment. Now, all those houses, I'm not sure, maybe they got some funding from the improvement or stuff like that, but pretty much all of them look almost the same. Well, I'm not sure how much we can actually visit more because I cannot make an opinion about the country. It looks like they are probably if the same country would be like, let's say, in the 1950s, they'll do great. But in 2025, not so much. Oh, they have monkeys on the road. We see monkeys here. Okay, that's interesting. They have monkeys actually. Can feed them or whatever that guy is doing there. Someone taking a picture. Probably some tourists. The locals just fuck them. A lot of garbage. Now I can blame the monkeys here. So yeah, the human get a pass. Look, it's a lot of monkeys. We can blame the monkeys for all those destruction. Even this little one probably. It's a chaos maker. A lot of monkeys. So yeah, the garbage we definitely on the monkey side. Road pretty decent. Those housing or whatever, it's a restaurant. I'm not sure exactly. A lot of scooters here, which is nice. They're using nice transportation vehicle. Let's call it like that. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Those monkeys actually make me see things differently now. So I guess you cannot even leave your window open here. You might have to expect a monkey attack. I'm not sure. Yeah, those houses, that doesn't look that well. This is like 150 meters above the sea level, so not that much. Probably the climate in this region, I'm not sure again. You don't need to heat your house. They have this flooding, I would say, architecture when they expect to just get in floods, and they build a house on these poles. But yeah, I'm not sure again, but it looks pretty interesting, I have to say that. Palm trees, in your yard, all it looks tropical, all it look nice. I'm not sure exactly how the internet connection is there, but if you have a good internet connection and cable and stable electric power and a source of clean water, you're pretty much settled. This guy sells oils from Hondas and some other brands. I didn't hear about any single one of those. Expect that I see the Honda logo and say, okay, probably it's gonna be a good one. I'm not sure if they sell those tires because they're pretty much worn out. It's a service scooter area, maybe. And they have a rooster here in the cage, so maybe they have those rooster fights. I'm not sure. But clearly this one, it's an animal. Look at the cage, it just pretty much looks ripped off. So yeah, you have to be careful with that guy there. Pretty aggressive rooster, I would say, and you can see it even here from above. Probably it's around this area there. So the rooster is pretty much the guard for the shop. Well, yeah, I think we saw enough. Some area looks pretty nice, others not so much. Lowering the corruption, lowering the population, more tourist area, more infrastructure, better infrastructure, I would say. Definitely some medical system because clearly they don't have one. And yeah, a lot of expensive cars. For whatever reason, I'm not sure how they can afford those, but like I say, I can just assume the theory that they make money outside the country and then they come in the country. But even this looks pretty nice. But those are expensive cars, so yeah, I highly doubt that after visiting all those countries from a few last months, that actually a Toyota Hilux it might cost here €1,000 or $1,000. No, I don't think they have probably the same price as the rest of the world, or not that much change at least. So still you have to come with a lot of money on the table to buy one of those. So I assume they go outside, they work, they raise the money and then just purchase those vehicles. Now what we have here, I'm not sure exactly if this is a room. Looks like a shithole, but it is what it is. From someone inside the house. This one looks like trucks here, so yeah, they have some sort of a truck industry here to the border. Well, yeah, I think we saw a lot, and we saw enough to make ourselves an image about the country. Oh, we have some street views here. We didn't see that. Let me check. Maybe this one is the main city. I don't know. We have some cows here, I think. The road, well, doesn't look that well also. This is 2024, also pretty recently. Yeah, pretty recently. I want to see this house. Let me see if it's good or bad. Okay, not bad. Not bad, actually. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. What is this? American Chiropathic Clinic. I don't want to spell that word. Let's see anything else from those 360. Well, yeah, so far so decent. Let's call it like that. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Especially for the communist country. With a growing population and lowering a GDP. Yeah, I think that's the main city here, and I have to check now from those communist buildings. Oh my god, we have a chance to see one, so hopefully we are not. Yeah, bus station, pretty fucked up, and you already know if you watch my video, if you have a good bus station, you have a good civilization. A lot of Toyota cars, again, look at this. Toyota, expensive Toyota, expensive. My god, Toyota. Range Rover, whoa, we entering the money right now. So okay, let's see the money. Let's see the money right here. So yeah, definitely this is the capital of the city. The fort. You have the American cars right now. The American cars. This is security. I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna chase someone with that car, but hey. It is what it is. Apartments. Do you have apartments? Communist apartment. Boy Young. Oh shit. Fucked up. Communist flag and the Laos flag also. You know what? Look at this. Oh my god. Toyota. Those are extremely expensive one. Every single one of those. Yeah. You know what? I'm not sure if they have YouTube there and somebody watching this video. Well, maybe somebody just have a Toyota dealership visiting the country and have more information about this place than I have. So if you watch this video, how exactly those people making their money, because those are extremely expensive car, and I do not see that $2,000 per capita. No way. I mean, look at this. They have even a Beetle here. What? Even this Beetle is expensive. You like 10,000 euros, maybe 15,000 euros, one of those, and not in a perfect pristine shape. This house here, whee, expensive as fuck. Yeah, you know what? It starts to getting really weird right now because, those are expensive. Fuck expensive. Oh yeah, so if you cross the river, you go in another country. This is I don't know, fishing stuff. This one doesn't look that well. Oh, I like this hat. It's pretty interesting. Oh, I see an expensive car here. Yeah, it's a Hyundai. Expensive too, Hyundai. Expensive for this region, obviously. Even from Europe, a lot of people cannot afford those cars too. Nice house here. Even a nice yard also. Again, it's a Honda car they have there. Nice fences. Nice. I'm not sure exactly. It's a Hyundai, this one probably. You know what? That's interesting here. Just because look at this. Just have, and this is 2014. So those are pretty much brand new cars. In 2014, you have cars like these. What? It is more. Okay, it looks more rich than Europe. For God's sake, this is 24. Keep in mind, 2014, not 2024, 2014, and you have cars like that on the road in 2014. God damn it! They're doing better than most European countries. I have to say so far. I have to say, not most of them, but since this is a Chevy Colorado in 2014, brand new here from America. You have one of those. Those are expensive. Toyota Hilux, brand new, expensive. Even the road looks pretty good. You have a Bosch, I don't know, shop there, whatever it is. Wow. That is really interesting here. No communist apartments so far. I'm not sure exactly where is the center of the city. Also, I have to say, Let me see if I can see one. I have no idea where is the center. Doesn't look to a specific area. When you actually say, okay, that's the center, that looks amazing. I'm not sure where. That's why I'm gonna check slowly. Oh, I have an airport here, so yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the airport. Maybe this building here, but doesn't look again that. Wow. And 2018, and you have this shop. Yours. Let me see. Oh, maybe we are not in Laos. No, we are in Laos. Wow, that was strange. That was really, really. What is this? A lake here? Let me see this one. That was really strange. Oh, communist apartment buildings. Haha, we find it. So yeah, even here in Laos, you can get away from those apartment buildings. Oh, we're close. We're really close to see them. 2024, so not that old. Maybe they just start building them. It's horrible. It's fucked up. I don't like it. I guess it has to happen. It's just the way it is. I'm not sure. Maybe they're building in this area. I'm not sure. You can actually go. Oh, look at it. They're right there. So yeah, you can actually see them up close. Yeah. Well, I don't like it because they are too tall and clearly they have a lot of space to build differently. And yeah, it looks kind of fucked up, I have to say too. Maybe this one is the main strip of the city. Who knows? Looks pretty good. And this is 2024, so pretty recently. The street view, the quality is not that great, but we have those communist apartment. I can confirm that we have communist apartment building here. The road not so jam, I have to say. Ooh, this one looks pretty good. Let me check this one. Probably some hotel. Why cannot be like this? This should be an apartment building. That's it. This one is fine. That one, no fucking way. It looks fucked up and horrible. Why wanna build one of those things when you can actually see? They have an example that we saw earlier. That's better. Not this one. Those one are fucked up. Big time. 2024. Cars on the road. Again, pretty good, but what we... Oh my god, it's a BMW. Yeah, doesn't look like 2,000 per capita. No fucking way. This is pretty much a brand new Toyota Hilux. Let me check. It looks like that, but again, the quality is so bad. What the fuck is happening here? I'm not sure it's a Toyota now, but it's a brand new car, 100%. Those are, again, new cars. Wow. How they can afford those cars? Come on, somebody has to explain that to me. Because clearly, do not look like, look at this Laos. Oh, what was GDP, not even 2,000 nominal and dropping per capita. Come on. And they're not even that many people. I mean, they're just 7.8 million people. And I see a lot. I didn't see 7.8 million cars, obviously, but I see a lot of cars. And every single one, look at this, have the new Jeep, the new Hilux. They're doing pretty well here, I have to say. You know what? Laos is not that bad, actually. Those apartment buildings, no fucking way. This entrance pretty nice. The road is pretty good here. This is 2024. Oh my god, again. What are those? I don't even know what car is this one, but it looks pretty brand new. This house is pretty nice. Also, the quality, I don't understand why it's so bad. This is again, my god. Every single one of those actually they are reaching this area or what? What's happening here? It is pretty strange. I wish we have a better street view, and this is 2024, so that's not acceptable. This quality is not. But I have to say, that's a brand new Toyota Hilux. I have to say, it is pretty. They have even Volkswagen represent car dealership right here. They have the new models. They have a Land, no, it's not a Land, some local brands. I'm not sure exactly, probably from Vietnam. I think they have some cars there, but I have no idea what cars they're using there. But I have to say, car-wise, they're doing pretty good. House-wise, they're doing pretty decent. So yeah, look at this expensive car everywhere. How can afford those cars, those people? They have a Porsche, for God's sake, and a Range Rover. A Porsche and a Range Rover. And God knows what's inside here. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that just shows. I don't know what to say now. It's just, again, it kind of puts me in a weird place because there are not that many people as their neighbors, at least. Uh, the BMW, for God's sake, 2,000 per, not even 2,000 per capita and dropping, and they still manage to have a lot of those expensive cars. Oh my God, I didn't want to see what's here in the on my left. Okay, I have no idea what's that. Those looks like a Land Rover Sports, whatever. But yeah, no, those are expensive ones. Just no. I am amazed that I didn't see a Tesla so far, but oh my God, look at those cars, for God's sake. Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to get mad. So let me check other area very quickly, and we kind of end up here because it's just no medical system pretty much. But you have those cars. Come on, something is sketchy here. Something is really sketchy here. Look at this house. Wow, it's pretty interesting for Laos. No road, but a nice house. Yeah, I have no idea what says there. Probably because a lot of people living, you can see here in countryside. Those are the ones that drag the GDP down. I don't know. But clearly a lot of people, they doing much better than that, not even 2,000 per capita, and a lot of them they doing very well even in comparison with the Western world. So yeah, look, even this house, it's very nice. This one, very nice. No road, but let me check. Let's go back on the road. They doing pretty nice. Oh my God, look at this one. That's actually a very nice house. And a nice yard. And this is 2014. My God. What the fuck is going on? This one doing pretty poorly. So yeah, you have the huge differences between those people, which is kind of sucks. Some of them, they're doing very well, and their neighbors pretty much, they're doing extremely poorly, which is fucked up. Keep in mind 2014, these ones are probably, they improve by then. I hope so. Everybody's gonna look in a nice house like that guy. This road looks like a lot of rich people living here. Well, again, 2014, they have expensive car. Even back then, I'm not sure exactly what's happening here, but it is strange. Look at this house. There are nice houses here. They have some fucked up apartments like we saw, like that one, bring a new construction. But most of the people, you can see, there are very few. This from this 360 didn't see that many there. See, there's just that one. Oh, that's a nice classic cars, and of course the Toyota. Most of them, they are living in their individual houses. I would say this is an Isuzu 100%, and that's an expensive one. I like this gate here. I'm not sure about the house. Some of the houses are too big. I'm not sure this is a house, but yeah, maybe it's actually, it is some family, and they have like a store downstairs or whatever. Yeah, roads, they need some improvement, definitely. The medical system, they need a brand new one, I would say. Car wise, they doing amazing, better than anyone so far. But yeah, and this is 2014. Keep in mind, 2014, every single one of those probably is new. Or at least like 1 or 2 years old, so pretty new. They're missing roads, which, like I say, is fucked up. But oh my God, they even have nice bikes here, nice motorcycles here. But you know what? I think they're doing pretty well now. I think they're doing pretty good, and not even just some of them, most of them, I would say. I think they help them a lot. They're not that many, but even they keep in mind, if they remain to the stable level, that 2 million people, wow, probably it's gonna be like one of those example in communism that actually doing well. Look at this Mercedes, and this is brand new. It's 2014, for God's sake. Probably it's gonna be one of those example like communists. They might actually work. I've still not changed my opinion about the communists, but here they look pretty decent. I want to see Vietnam. So yeah, I am I cannot wait. Like I said, in a few hours I'm gonna make that video. They doing strangely well. Those like 100k cards almost when it's brand new. Not 100k, maybe 80,000 back in 2014. But brand new, definitely brand new card back then. Oh shit, what's happened to Vietnam? And keep in mind, 2014 the GDP of Vietnam was even lower, probably like 1,000 per capita. So keep that in mind too. Even the population was lower, I have to mention that too, but the GDP definitely was clearly, I think, much lower, much lower. So yeah, even with lower money, they're doing pretty well, for God's sake. Yeah, I have no idea what to say, but at least if people there, they're doing okay, they're doing decent, at least they have a win. We have a win with that. So yeah, if they're doing well, good for them. Keep it that way. I'm not sure exactly what can I say about any of those things. They have some, maybe they improve, like I say, roads, medical system, probably education, housing also, I guess, but clearly even the individual level, they're doing pretty good. The people doing pretty good. Not all of them, I have to say. So clearly some huge differences even between neighbors. Oh my God, don't say this is a Mercedes, for God. This is a CLA Mercedes, and this is 2014, so that was actually a new car. You know what, I'm getting mad, so I don't even want to check anything. It's just the road, that's it. Yeah, they're doing pretty well, I have to say, just the way it is. And this is 2024, so yeah, what can you say? What can I say? That's a nice car. Like I say, I have a car, guys, so I'm gonna look at those things too. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone from the country or someone who visited the country would be in a much better position to say exactly what's happened there. But like I say, car wise, this is probably an electric one, a Vietnamese one, I think. They doing pretty well. Even scooters, yeah, I didn't check that much. Even those probably not brand new. This one is on the wrong side, I guess, but who knows how they drive there. Yeah, strange so far. So this is an example of the communist country that it is doing pretty well, judging by the houses. Also, houses not so bad, like I said. Again, not great, some of them, but some of them pretty decent. But by cars, they're doing pretty good. Now, we're gonna check Vietnam, and I think now, I have no idea what to expect now. I expected that Vietnam was gonna be much better, but if Vietnam, again, a communist country, is doing even better than Laos, well, then I guess we're living in a total different communist idea. I'm not sure exactly how to put this one, but yeah, there are a lot of things that we have to consider, like justice, and like I said, the medical system is pretty much non-existent, judging by those two datas. But yeah, I mean, they seems to do pretty well, I have to say. So yeah, we're gonna end here the video because I'm not gonna stay too much. I'm not gonna again, we are in the border of Laos, so I can confirm by this line I didn't fucked up, I didn't go in another country. Well, yeah, pretty interesting. And like I said, we're gonna look at Vietnam next, and tomorrow I'm gonna check Cambodia. They're all gonna be interesting. But so far for Laos, I would say pretty good. I kind of like it, what I saw there. Kind of like it. Not recommended to visit it so far because of that corruption and again, kind of a communist country. But now I'm still, like I say, I'm putting on hold. I'm not gonna visit that. But Vietnam, they say it's one of those great destinations for vacation in this southeast of Asia. We don't have a border, but probably they have some disputes here from around it. I can confirm that was the capital of Laos. Let me check again. Yeah, that was. They call it. Oh my God. Vientiane. Vientiane. So yeah, clearly they're doing much better there. But even in the countryside, it wasn't extremely low. Yeah. See you in a Vietnam video. We're gonna see exactly how those people actually live. So we have a border for Cambodia and we don't have a border for Vietnam. What the fuck happened? They have a dispute with China. They don't understand the land or what? So yeah, they have two capitals, I think. No, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. Well, it's gonna be an interesting one. So yeah, see you in the next video in Vietnam, and they have a coastline, so I expect some nice bitches there.